He's such a southern guy. See how he moves? Just like, just slow. He's like just taking his time.
Sorry.
I could have knocked all the bearings out of the folder in that time.
Yeah, well, you know, do my best.
Are you ready? Oh, you watch that side, I watch this side. Alright, what are we doing here?
Oh, is it moving? Yeah. If you wanted me to pick on one, I'd tell you this exhaust valve doesn't move as much as the other ones.
Really?
I mean, that's my opinion, just looking at it.
Let's check the lash on it.
Turn it over a few more times.
Can you point at it from here?
Yeah, right here.
That one? Okay.
It just looks like it doesn't go in as far as the other three. Just my opinion.
Check the lash on it.
No, I mean it's loose, but
It's got loose. It's got lash.
yeah, just
Okay.
barely.
All right. So then let's check and see if we find any that are tight. All right. I'm good at number 1.
I'm on number 6.
Well, 6 should both be tight. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
one
run
of
through this.
the intake is tight, but the exhaust rolls in my fingers.
All right, well, tight is what I'm worried about. Tight is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A tight exhaust.
So, number 8 exhaust is loose.
Okay.
Number 4 exhaust is loose.
All right.
Number 2 exhaust is loose.
Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, this engine is mechanically sound. I mean, you can tell the lash is all over the place, but I don't see any. It spins even,
Huh?
right? There's nothing wrong with the inside of this motor.
Bullet dumper.
Yeah, well, there's a 9mm in that car right there. We'll fix it right up.
There's nothing wrong with the inside of this motor. I'm telling you, I think you got a bad car.
Well,
Oh, well, I got a claw.
I think you got a weak point.
There's one right there. We'll put a master blaster on it.
shit. But it's Excel. It's not going to work right. It's not.
Well, this is easy
Excel and
enough,
Mallory,
it's
same
easy enough to
thing.
find out.
The exact same thing.
You got the ignition on?
Say what?
You got the ignition on?
No.
All right, turn it on.
Just turn it on. Don't start it.
Well, actually, you can crank it. Go ahead and crank it.
No, it says go ahead and crank it.
No?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it says.
Oh, I know, you got a great spark. All right, that's not it.
Turn it off.
All right. Could it have been a fuel issue? Could it, I mean,
Does he get fuel
No,
anywhere?
it fills up. The pulse is fine. And
The
that's
plugs
it.
looked okay. That's just they didn't look white. They just looked okay.
let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of this. Okay. Car's running perfect
Until it starts missing slightly when I come to a red light, and then I go to check the ignition timing, and the mark was really retarded. I had to advance the distributor a lot
Okay.
to get it back to 10 degrees.
Then what happened?
Then it started just running like hell. It didn't run right at all. It's just really down on power. You can smell gas. It just didn't run right. I've never run into this before. I have no idea. This engine never gave any sign of having a problem. It just, one day, that was it.
You pulled the distributor out, you checked the distributor.
I pulled it out like 3 times. Yeah.
Points are good.
Yeah, they're new. They're all set. The dwell's right. Everything's right.
Alright, so driving along, you left my shop, you're coming up here, so what happened?
It was really down on power. I had to be in it to keep it at 3,000 RPM, to keep it at 70.
Right.
And got home and felt really sick because of all the fumes. My girlfriend riding behind me, she could smell gas, there's unburned gas coming out. And it just, I mean, it's mainly just down on power, like a lot. Like it usually its happy spot is 3,000. That's where it sits all day on the highway.
Okay, so 2 things that we've noticed about spark is every spark plug was hand tight. That's all, hand tight. And one of the boots had pulled apart.
Yeah, and they're usually real easy to get off. And I've changed spark plugs. I know how to tighten them up. And they that side had been all loose, and there was blow by, so it was running like that.
All right. As it was down on power, did you notice that the tone of the engine sounded deeper than usual?
It just sounded rough. It just sounded like the ignition timing was off, and it probably was because of how I had to set it to get it to run. It just sounded really rough. It didn't sound like, like it was going to blow itself up or anything. It just sounded not right.
I'm suspecting an issue with the carburetor. Because if it's dumping fuel, if it gets like way fat, you're not going to have any power. It'll give you all the same symptoms, and it'll stink, right? Just the engine not running it. Let's just say it jumped the tubes on the timing chain, right? You're not going to get that smell through the car.
Yeah.
It's just going to be weak.
But the timing issue is what keeps on throwing me off. The ignition timing had changed to really retarded without me doing anything to it. It just was, I thought my timing light to check it because it was running weird, and I was just like, the hell? I didn't do anything to this. It's like, I know how that distributor sits. That wire's cut long enough so that it can give adjustment.
Right.
And stretching it out that far and it being straight like that, I know is way further than it was meant to go. But if you look at the timing mark, when it's sitting like that, it's 10 degrees. No idea.
So, this chain, it's got a little play in it like a chain should.
Yeah.
This chain had more than that. It was a year old. It had some stretch in it.
Okay.
But it hadn't jumped a tooth.
Yeah, as far as the dots were, they were lined up, but the chain was loose.
It's looser than that one. But, chain stretch. I know that when we started this motor up the first time, I went out of my way to make sure there was oil on that chain. It didn't start up bone dry.
We soaked it.
But, chain stretch.
And a shacklet.
That is exactly the same brand and model number that he had before. He got the exact same chain.
And shacklet, they were liberal with the assembly lube, with the cam and all that, and she broke in fine. I had no problem.
Cam is fine. Cam is fine. All that's fine. The lash is a little wonky, but that's
probably my fault for setting it up how I done. But it never acted weird when I was I've been setting it like that for years, and it never acted weird, even on the old engine, and it didn't mind that at all.
But you physically had to move the distributor, advance the distributor.
Yeah. I had to take it and
You
advance
see where
it.
the condenser's back there by the firewall?
Right.
That's not where it usually is.
And I started thinking that maybe the oil pump drive had slipped, but it would be rattling around and it wouldn't be firing the whole time if it did that. They'd probably take the cam gear with it.
Well, the cam gear slipping, see that happens, but it's really rare. The cam gear slipping on the gear drive slipping,
Yeah.
the shaft slipping on the gear drive. That's within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, based on everything you've said, you pull the front of the motor off, the timing chain was loose, but it was still the marks where they were supposed to be. And we have all of the lashes is right, the valves are all open and closed, and all of that stuff is good. We know we got compression. but you physically had to advance the distributor.
Yeah. With no prior adjustment being made, it just
Let's
brought
pop,
itself out.
let's pop the shaft up.
Okay.
Need a
Had a
half
big
inch.
old screwdriver. This distributor is pretty tight since it has newer seals. It never got put in before this, so it sits pretty tight. Don't lose the wing nut. Don't eat the wing nut either. Get that out of the way.
The smallest one I got.
Adorable.
Yeah. It's makes me get in stupid places.
I mean, just going through the process of elimination, that's where we're at.
This thing's always real tight to get out. I need to gently pry on it. Yeah, can I see that? I'm gonna just gently persuade it.
You ain't gonna hurt it.
There she goes. Oh fuck, forgot to take that off.
That's okay. That's all right. Just pass this over here, like that. Oh, come like that. Fuck.
Might have an even bigger screwdriver. If it's in the house.
It's just hard to get out like this. You got a pair of needle noses?
Got a big old magnet. Big old
Oh yeah, big old magnet. I turned it. It's just sitting on top of the gear. Come on. All right, you know something? There's a lot of play. Come on. There you go.
So is that the same drive that goes in an LA motor?
Yeah.
That would be easy to replace it with one.
Oh, feel that.
Sure enough.
Feel it.
Wow.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
It's this thing. This has been
You
the
know how
source
that's
of
walled out right there?
Well, no, it's not
Oh,
just.
yeah.
It's not just that thing. The tower bushing is bad.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, there's the bushing pounded down in the block that rides on. So not only is that messed up, but so is the bushing.
Look at me here. Come here. As the bushing wore, this thing dropped lower and lower, and as it dropped lower and lower, the helical angle changes and it retards the timing. So the top of the tower bushing is missing.
So that's what the problem is.
There's your
Wow,
problem.
so that's in the oil pan?
Motor's got to come out.
What?
Motor's got to come out.
Man, see, you were bringing him here so I didn't have to take the heads off this thing.
You don't have to take the heads off, but you got to take the oil pan off. You got to take the oil pump off. The bushing, can you get in there and see what?
I can't see nothing.
Okay. Yeah, it's there, but it's flush with the block. The top of it is worn away.
So at least it hasn't made it all the way down.
Yep, that's what happened, bro.
Nothing else, the oil pan's coming off because you got metal in your motors. The oil pan's
Yep.
gonna come off.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at see, even that's shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
no, he's
probably
totally
Because
right.
as that's wearing, right?
Right.
As that's wearing, it's changing the relationship between the cam
Sure it is.
and the distributor.
Uncle Tony!
This is why you get paid the big bucks.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry, brother, man.
That's all good. What the hell?
So we just shot this backwards.
This is Walter. P.
We just shot
Chrysler's
this
fault,
backwards,
isn't
that's
it?
We just shot this. Okay. So wait.
So do I send hate mail to Chrysler or what?
No. It's. I mean,
I mean that's their part.
Yeah, from 1965.
They're all dead once you did this.
Oh my god, that's
All right, so we just shot this video backwards, right? What happened was Austin came to the shop. Oh, this is Bill, by the way. This is his place.
Hi there.
Right? This is
Take
our
luck, Bill.
buddy with the neat beard. Epic beard, bro.
Harley.
Okay. So he came to our place last week and we did the rebuild on that 750.
Yep.
So what happened? Tell him what happened.
And it just was really down on power. I got home and checked the ignition timing, and it was saying it was way retarded, and I'd done nothing to it. And,
No, wait. Let's preface it because the troll farm is going to go on attack mode, right? I never touched this thing, right?
No, you never touched it. And I'm saying
You
it's
never
fault.
touched it.
No, you never touched
You're
it.
like, you wrecked this kid's car, you owe me.
No, it killed itself. It was nothing I did, nothing he did. But
So he was supposed to come up the next day, and we were going to put the carburetor on it and run it through and figure out what was going on with
it
it.
almost killed me on the way home.
Yeah.
Fumes.
So it kept retarding the timing, and he kept advancing it, got nowhere. They pulled the front of the motor apart, thinking it might have been a timing chain issue because it moved. And we went through the whole process of elimination, and it turns out that the tower bushing is gone. It ate up this part of the shaft. And what happens is, as this wears, this is dropping lower and lower in the block, and as it drops lower, it changes the timing. It's going to retard the timing. So this is not a common problem. This isn't something you run into every day. So
It's not Shacklett's fault either.
no, Shacklet
It's
does
not
nothing
Shacklet.
wrong.
No. It's nothing anybody did. It just wore out.
Yeah, it just happened. Let's blame it on the Chinese bushing.
That's Mopar.
No, but the bushing, it's a replacement bushing,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it's made out of
Yeah.
brass.
I agree. Blame it on Chinese.
It's China. It's
All right.
always China.
Chinese.
So you guys have been asking, where's the kid with the Fury? Where's the carburetor? Well, here it is. Here he is. Here it is. And now,
It just got to come out.
I believe so. You got to
Well-
drive that bushing out from underneath. You got metal in the pan.
Well, it can't sit here, so it's gotta
Well,
be done.
Well, then
It
get it to my
can sit
shop.
here,
Oh, it can.
but you're going to be over here working on it every evening.
Yeah.
Because as you can tell, I have a lot of projects.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we can pull it out.
Okay.
Let's be honest, we pulled one out.
We've done it before. We'll do it
We pulled
again.
one back in every day. So
We did it before.
Can you guys video as you go along?
Sure. I mean, I'm not a videographer, but I can hold a phone.
Of course, the train's got to be like this.
That happens like 5 times a day.
We're in the flight path for the airport.
Yep.
The train station, the bus station across the street. It gets plenty noisy around here at times.
That's awesome. All right, so yeah, video this as you go along, and
Yeah.
so it'll probably be a week or two before we can actually
I'd
pick up
say-
where we left off on the carburetor.
So yeah, with work schedule and all that. But we get a good weekend, we can have it out.
Crank. All right, guys, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If Saturday's
Thank you.
pretty, we'll have it outside.
All right.
Yeah. It's like what 4 flex plate bolts to get that thing out. That's it. That's all that holds it in. You know. So
It's not typical.
yeah.
15 minutes,
There,
that
it's
thing is
it's
out.
a quick disconnect.
You could have had it out in
is-
the time it took us to film this. You should have had it out already.
If you're,
Well, we should have took it out.
We'll see you tomorrow.